Obaseki'S new Godfather. This article uncannily predicted the current dogfight between Nyesom Wike, governor of Rivers State, and Godwin Obaseki, governor of Edo State. It was written and published on September 20th, 2020. Alliances can make and mar us. Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, south of Israel, was a man who sought the face of God. He was a decent ruler, but his yoking with kings of base virtue ruined his legacy. In particular, his alliance with the house of Ahab and Jezebel impaired his bloodline and nearly cost him the glory of Yahweh. Power is a principal thing, but the path on which we tread to its court matters. I think it is hypocritical fighting a system, but at the same time enjoys the dysfunctionality of that system. The Edo State governorship election has taken its place in the past of gritty and rousy contests, but the lessons from the election will remain fancied in our political discourse. One thing stands out: Nigerians detest the contrivances of Godfatherism. The election is inherently an action against Godfatherism and all its appliances. The Edo no be Lagos mantra is a revolutionary shibboleth which conveys the coup de grace to an endemic political scourge. I think Bola Tinubu, national leader of the All Progressive Congress APC, set up Osaige Iyamu, candidate of the party, by insufferably putting a demand on the people of Edo State on who they must vote. Nothing irritates more than valorous arrogance. Tinubu overestimated his influence. That broadcast he did a few days to the election, adjuring the people of Edo to reject Obaseki on the grounds that the governor is a dictator, in no small measure ricocheted, putting craters to Iyamu's ambition. Also, the first rule of Godfatherism is do not act like a godfather. Adams Oshomole, former national chairman of the APC, broke this canon by stepping beyond the remit of his mortal powers and attempting to wrestle with the Celestials. His ego got the better of him. He wanted to whip an erring godson to shape and lost himself in the process. He cut off his nose to spite his face. But what is next for Obaseki? Will he rebel against his new godfathers in the PDP who gave him the platform to fulfill his ambition? And is his re-election the end of godfatherism in Edo as he bravoed? I think not. As I said in a previous article, our political process is cannibalistic. It is dog eat dog. National interest succumbs to group and individual interest in our brand of politics. It does not reward rebels or people of independent disposition. To chance on political office, you must contort your principles and personal integrities to fit into the agenda of the keepers of the political platforms, notoriously regarded as the godfathers. The godfathers control these political platforms. They hold the reins of political progression. So, as long as the present political ecosystem subsists, godfatherism will remain in Nigeria. Really, I see Obaseki fleeing from one godfather drama to another. The governor will realize soon that his new political benefactor, Nyesom Wike, is an absolutist, a one-of-a-kind godfather. Wike combines brute with arrogance. He does not fancy otherness or contraries. It is his way always. The governor of Rivers State runs the PDP by virtue of the resources at his disposal. The party conforms to his whim and caprices. It is said in PDP circles you cannot get anything done in the party without Wike's blessings. In September 2018, he threatened that there will be consequences if the PDP move the party's national convention away from Port Harcourt. The leadership of the party quickly fell in line. When Wike sneezes, the PDP catches cold. Clearly, Obaseki understood this as he hurriedly paid obedience to Wike soon after he defected to the PDP. When the APC rejected him, In the build-up to the Edo election in June, Wike threatened to withdraw support from Obaseki over a publication alleging he was in cohorts with some persons to stop the Edo governor from participating in the party's primary election. And as it is customary there, was groveling and backbending to the godfather and national governor of the PDP. Wike was named PDP Edo campaign DG, principally as a recognition of his preeminence in the affairs of the party. He is the PDP. He holds the reins of political progression in the party. He calls the shots. He is the godfather. But how well can Obaseki navigate through the relationship maze with Wike, who is erratic, impulsive, short-tempered, and domineering? Well, I foresee that there will be spheres of conflicts between Obaseki and Wike, not necessarily as regards areas of administration in Edo, but on differences in political interests and pursuits. Obaseki must beware of the new godfathers and the godfathers in the PDP. Wike fights dirty. Frederick Wambofo, also known as One Nigeria, is a writer and journalist. This was written just immediately after the governorship election in Edo State in 2020, and this was brought up again after the Fed between Rivers State Governor and Governor Godwin Obaseki. We all know what is currently going on between the two governors, the name callings, and everything that is going on. This has been predicted that Obaseki was going to fall out again with Nyesom Wike. Recall that after Governor Godwin Obaseki decamped to the PDP, he visited Nyesom Wike. He went to him for consultations to speak to him. And a lot of persons saw this coming, that it will get to the time that it's not because of the administration or the running of the state or the way Obaseki runs his government in Edo State. That's not what's going to bring their problem. That is going to be based on personal interests, political matters, and that is what we're already seeing happening. How this is going to end, we'll see how all of this goes, but it's been war of words between Nyesom Wike within the last couple of hours, even Nyesom Wike extending it to Philip Shaibu, the deputy governor of the state. Godfatherism does not benefit the masses. And up to now, Nyesom Wike is still regarded as a very strong force, as a godfather within the PDP. Obaseki is still even dealing with issues, leadership issues in the party, the Edo PDP. We recall that a couple of days ago, he was spitting fire that whoever will not accept his leadership should leave the party. He's not leaving, he's here to stay. So he's still trying to deal with the old PDP members who have not accepted them, that came from the APC. They still refer to them as the new PDP members. Before this one is even coming up with Nyesom Wike. We'll see how all of this ends. Will Obaseki survive this? We'll see how it plays out. Leave us your take, guys. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.